Negreanu picks up Jack 4 suited, a hand most of us will fold, but Negreanu opens light to attack the straddle money and Williams just flats with kings, which is a great slow play in this lineup. By not squeezing, he keeps the weaker parts of Negreanu's range in, lets the third player come along with dominated hands, and hides the real strength of his holding. On a jack-high flop, the initiative flips to pure range advantage. Negreanu has all the top pair junk kickers, all the jacks from his open, and tons of c-bet candidates. His small bet is value and protection at the same time. He wants folds from underpairs and worse broadways while still keeping dominated jacks in the pot. Williams springs the trap with a raise that does two jobs. It inflates the pot against the exact hands he's targeting, top pair worse kicker, and it taxes the draws and gutters that would love a cheap turn. The sizing is clever, big enough to deny, small enough to keep Negreanu attached with his one pair hands. Negreanu's call is the disciplined answer. If he 3-bets, he isolates himself versus sets and overpairs. By calling, he controls the pot, keeps bluffs alive, and forces Williams to keep telling a story on later streets. The turn pairs Negreanu, and that changes everything.
This is such a dirty card. I mean, who can really put someone on Jack 4?
Jack 4 goes from bluff catcher to a genuine value hand that beats the most common part of Williams's line, which is exactly the overpairs that raise flop and barrel turn. When Williams continues with a confident bet, his range is face-up strong but capped below sets because of the pre-flop flat.
I'm all in.
Negreanu's shove is surgical. It denies the river to kings and queens. It charges every nut flush draw or combo draw that decided to keep pressing, and it leverages fold equity against hands that hate calling off but also hate folding. Precisely the overpairs that slow played pre. If he only calls, he lets every overcard, counterfeit, or backdoor scare card complicate the river, and he gives Williams a free shot. Jamming sets the price now and punishes the trap.
Which is it?
50, 74, 9, 80. Call? Once or twice?
Okay, we want to see hands first or no?
Well, I don't care. I'll do twice either way.
I'll do twice.
First river card is a jack.
Oh, that's it. That's a good one for me.
The second river is a 7.
Tony G is looking down at Jack 10 offsuit.
You're getting some good counseling, man. Your counseling's
You don't
working.
think I can make fun of myself a little bit? Come on now.
You're discovering yourself, but that's good. You're getting self-aware now.
All right, I need to,
You're working out. You might not be as good at poker as you believed, right?
need a limp in.
Pre-flop, this is another spot where everything looks routine on the surface, but the stack-to-pot ratio is already primed for carnage. Brunson opens 10s, which is absolutely standard. It is a premium in this lineup and plays very well deep. Tony G flats in position. That is a perfectly reasonable peel against an older, tighter opener.
Just because it's dull, I want to play with it.
Especially when he expects to outplay people post-flop.
You got 100 there, Dal, or what?
It's got 100.
Yeah, maybe this is a good time to squeeze here.
Test it out. Test the waters. Test the water. I think you're just thinking about calling.
I should squeeze, really.
Squeeze.
I've never seen a guy squeeze after they make the announcement of this would be a good time to squeeze in 10 years of cards at this point. I'm going to do that move someday. You know?
Will you call 8 more?
I'll call 8 more.
If I make the announcement.
Will you call 10 more?
I think we're getting out of hand now. Let's just play the hand. Call the 15 or fold. That's your two options.
No, then what are you talking about?
Raise. Go for it. Make it happen.
Actually, it's three-handed, so you probably shouldn't be killing the...
He started the talking.
You're threatening. Pull the trigger.
Okay, I raised 10,000 more.
Wow, that's a first.
Yeah, that is a first.
Can he raise 10?
Helmuth then wakes up in the blinds and squeezes to 8,400 with ace-5 suited. That is classic Phil. A light but not crazy 3-bet, leveraging his image and trying to isolate Doyle. When Brunson just calls with 10s rather than 4-betting, his hand is a bit under-repped.
As a poker spectator, I'd like to say I like the way this hand is
This is going to be a fun hand. We got a fun hand going on here. A lot of crazy talk.
I just want to be in a pot. I can't say no to this pot.
And Tony comes along closing the action, getting a great price. 3-way, bloated pot, and 2 of the hands are badly disguised. It is a recipe for someone to get stacked if they connect hard with the board. The flop is about as good as it gets for Tony, and about as awkward as it gets for the other two. Tony has smashed it, flopping trip jacks with a decent kicker in a pot where he is not expected to have many Jack X combos, compared with the pre-flop raiser and the 3-better.
You hit it that good?
Helmuth has completely whiffed and correctly shuts down. Brunson looks at an overpair in a 3-bet pot on a paired, relatively dry board and does the thing 10s want to do most often here. He continuation bets 18,000. From his perspective, he is targeting exactly the kind of hands Tony and Phil can have a ton of.
Now you can move in. Be the hero. I'm all in, whatever comes.
You're all in now?
Yeah, I'm all in.
He's all in the dark.
All in the dark.
Tony's check shove over the top is then a very clean piece of value and protection combined. With trips in a pot that already has serious money in the middle, he wants to deny equity from overcards and backdoor draws and, crucially, get paid by exactly the kind of pair Doyle is holding.
Come what may. That's commitment to the game. I love the game so much. Absolutely love it.
I guess you got me covered, huh?
Probably not.
So you just came in and hit a jack, right? Instead of the 2-8 you got.
20 beat.
What do you got, Doyle? 2 10s?
You got it.
You got 2 10s?
Yeah. I just don't believe you got it, buddy.
There he goes.
2 10s is very bad.
Bad.
You're drawing dead to 2 10s.
Oh, what a disgusting feeling.
And you,
Reload.
how sick is that?
And Tony G will double up.
How did I guessed his hand too? Because he said 2 8s, I guess. No, you've got some chips.
That was a good read.
He's got like 70. How much you got?
I lost. No, I bluffed Phil. It didn't work. At least he didn't have aces, right? I'm gonna clean you out. I'm gonna clean you out, baby. I'm gonna do it to you. I'm gonna wipe you out.
Keep sticking 8,400 in with Jack 10 offsuit when you're.
I will do it on 100 stack. When it's 8.4% of your stack, it's not even like 6%.
I would have busted you, don't worry.
You would have busted me? You feel good. I love you. You're the best, Phil.
You guys are the
I have to
best.
clean you out every time I play with you. I love it.
Daniel Negreanu is looking down at pocket fives. In the high-stakes pressure cooker of a heads-up title match, the value of starting hands is completely transformed.
I'm all in.
Eugene's trying to close the door right here.
If you really sucked bad, I would fold. But you don't suck.
I'm almost positive that's a compliment.
You don't suck at all. So, shall we race?
It's better than a race, Daniel.
Was that close? Oh boy, at least I didn't say anything. Yeah. What am I thinking? Let's do it. Gamble.
Finally.
You have a pair?
Yeah.
This is not for me.
You got a little pair? Oh, that was... There's a little chance you got ace-3 or ace-5. That's desirable.
That's what I felt like I once started talking.
Right, yeah, you're like, uh-oh. When I said race, right? You're like, he's got a small pair. How small is the question?
The flop. Ace 8-10 with 2 spades. So far, so good for Negreanu.
Spade on the turn.
It is a spade, but it's the 4 of spades, and that sees Kachalov take the lead.
It's a spade. Don't cry yet. I can still win. Spade out. Or a 5. 5 still works.
Diamond! The ultimate sweat.
Yeah, sick turn. I was like, at least I got the spade out.
The river is not a spade, it's not a 5. Negreanu's the runner-up, Kachalov's the champion.
That's good. Win that pot back in action. At least he got it in bad.
Every time, by the way.
Mosseri is looking down at ace-king offsuit.
I want 11 bracelets.
I understand that. He's actually my favorite player.
He's got as many as Kobe and Michael Jordan combined.
Did you go golfing with Jordan the other day?
Kobe and Jordan don't get to compete for 55 championships every year.
Well, I told Michael. I did tell Jordan yesterday. I said, buddy, you have 6 world championships.
12.
That's impressive.
12.
But I have 11.
Yeah, right.
I did say that to him yesterday.
What was his comeback?
Well, he knew I was messing around. He's like, my 6 mean more.
Pre-flop begins with a clash of styles that sets the table for a massive collision. Mosseri, known for his prowess in high-stakes mixed games, decides to play standard power poker. He opens to 1,200 with ace-king offsuit, a premium hand that demands action. However, Peter Jetten, representing the aggressive new school of internet professionals, is not interested in letting Abe play a comfortable pot. From position, Jetten 3-bets to 4,600 with 10-8 suited. The flop comes, a texture that drastically shifts the dynamic. Mosseri smashes the board, flopping top pair, top kicker. Jetten, meanwhile, finds a flush draw, giving him a reason to stick around. Jetten, having seized the initiative pre-flop, fires a continuation bet of 6,000. Here, Mosseri makes a very distinct choice. Rather than slow playing his ace, he raises to 14,000. It is a check-raise mentality. Without the check, he wants to charge draws immediately and define his hand. Jetten, holding a flush draw and knowing that Mosseri could be clicking buttons with a weaker ace or a pure bluff, makes the call. He has the correct price to peel one card, and his hand retains plenty of equity. The turn brings the 8, a card that fundamentally changes the math for Jetten. He now has a pair to go with his flush draw, increasing his outs, but still leaving him behind Mosseri's ace. When Jetten checks, Mosseri stays aggressive, betting 22,000. This is a value bet designed to extract money from exactly what Jetten has, a draw or a smaller pair.
I'm all in. Call.
All in and a call.
Call. 3 times, 4 times?
3 times is good.
Wait, what's that, 3 times?
3 times.
Okay, 3 times it is.
Jetten's got Abe covered by 21-5.
180,000 in that pot. They're playing for a third each run. The first river, the Queen of Hearts, gives Abe the win.
Not me.
That's me.
The second run.
I can't miss 3 times. I mean, it's just not possible.
It's not?
Oh, it's
man. How are you going to jinx me like that?
It's just not possible.
Oh, that is me, though.
I don't jinx people. I just give you some run good.
I appreciate it.
I don't got anything. I'm not that witty.
Like the King of Spades would never come on the river. Something like that.
The final run. Another flush.
All right. Oh my God, you win it again.
Really?
Yeah. You win another spade, yeah.
So I should have run it 4 times, I guess.
Doug Polk is looking down at pocket aces, but he's up against LSG Hank, who's raised to $6,000 with ace-jack suited. From the small blind, players are often expected to 3-bet to protect their position. That dynamic makes Polk's aces even more dangerous because they don't look as strong as they are. That kind of 3-bet sizing almost looks like he's trying to scare Hank off the hand rather than invite action. But that's exactly the beauty of it. Polk wants to trick Hank into thinking it's just an attempt to steal the pot, when really Doug is just setting the trap. The suited ace and being in position here gives Hank just enough to justify seeing a flop. This is about as good a flop as Polk could hope for. In a 3-bet pot like this, Hank's range is weighted towards suited broadways and pocket pairs. That means the only real hand Polk has to worry about is pocket queens. Against everything else, his aces are still miles ahead. Polk makes a value bet of around a third of the pot, just small enough to make sure Hank calls even with hands that completely miss the flop.
And he now has the nut flush draw. 111,000 in the middle. Guess how much Doug will bet. It's like a little poker test. See how close you are.
Doug Polk is feeling pretty comfortable with this card on the turn. With the way they played pre-flop, there's no way Hank has 2 pair or a set smaller than queens. I think Doug should bet small again.
81. All right.
I'm telling him he should be using big ante online.
Hank puts in the call. He needs a diamond. Instead, it's the 9 of hearts.
The river changes absolutely nothing here. Do you think Polk should check and just call if Hank bets? Or should he bet here and risk getting raised? Let me know down in the comments.
200,000. Beautiful poker.
All in. All in.
All in, says Hank.
Spade, I fold. Heart, we do it again.
This is amazing.
Fold.
Show him.
Daniel Negreanu is looking down on 10-9 suited.
Who lost the last one? Me, that'd be me. Steaming. Boom.
This hand sits in the suited connector bucket that plays well. Versus a 3-bet, it has equity versus broadways, realizes well in position, and can call profitably against most small blind ranges.
Such a good spot.
Oh, him again. Him and his spots again.
Except you have to act first.
Oh, yeah.
Veldhuis re-raises to $7,000 from the small blind. That sizing represents a fairly standard linear small blind 3-bet, strong aces, broadways, and some pocket pairs. When Negreanu calls, His range keeps most suited connectors, suited broadways, medium pairs, and a few slow plays. Importantly, he retains position and stack to pot depth for post-flop maneuvering. Texture advantage is mixed. The small blind has all-over pairs and more ace-10 offsuit. The caller has more 4s and 10x suited. Veldhuis continuation bets 11,500 with ace-queen of diamonds.
I love the 6-spot speech. That was the best part of this hand. It's fun. 11. Huh?
That's a good level, huh?
It was good. 6-spot. Boom, raise, da-da-da.
That bet targets folds from unpaired high cards and protects overpairs, while keeping bluffs like 2 overcards with backdoors. Negreanu's call with top pair and excellent runout potential keeps his range uncapped. From Veldhuis's seat, once called, Negreanu's range condenses around 4s, 10s, pocket pairs like jacks through 7s, and sticky backdoors. This is a pivotal card, because trips remain the nuts, and gives Negreanu a valuable backdoor flush draw. Check-check makes sense for both. Veldhuis's ace-queen has little fold equity versus 4s and 10s, and hates getting check-raised. Negreanu's check protects his flop call range, keeps bluffs in, and realizes 2 clean ways to improve, clubs and 9. Negreanu improves to 2-pair, 10s and 9s, while Veldhuis remains with ace-high. From a range view, the river shifts blocker dynamics. Negreanu's line contains more 9x, while Veldhuis remains with ace-high.
I'm all in.
So you're saying I made a good check on the turn? Is that what you're claiming? Such level. I mean, you know more about my game than anyone, so is that enough to make the difference for me? I would have felt better if I just bet the turn, you raised, and then I called. That would have been more fun. Fire it on the river. Are you hoping that I'm going to play good here? I'm so confused.
Daniel calls, and for a change, sees some good news at Showdown.
Daniel Negreanu is looking down at pocket 10s. The dynamic here is steeped in decades of mutual history and high-stakes tournament pressure. Negreanu opens the action with a standard bet, but little does he know he actually bet more than he wanted to.
84? Ready?
Holy misclicks.
The small baller accidentally decided to play with a bigger ball. Yep.
Seidel has a crucial decision to make regarding his bet sizing. He could simply shove all in, protecting his hand and guaranteeing a decent increase to his stack. Instead, he opts for a much more sinister, value-oriented line.
Come on.
Whoops.
Ay-ya.
I call.
Seidel obviously calls.
Your misclick got me.
Oh, sick. Sick. That's kind of sick if you see with sense too.
I know, right? Then I had to then it forced me to get a little crazier.
Yeah, because
So, that'd be good.
Seidel is the player at risk, but Negreanu is a huge underdog here. Even bigger dog now. Now just one chance. Just 5% for the double up. A 10 on the river!
You were right. Thanks, Tobias. I run good. I got him covered.